Hey guys, let's take a quick listen to Chris Westfall on Medicare Advantage claims denials and appeal success rates revealed.
How have the companies been doing on prior authorization? We can see that Centene denied the most, 13.6% of the time they're denying these claims, and then 8% of the people appealed. Why don't you appeal? If you're
Definitely.
getting your claim denied, absolutely appeal, because more than 88% of the time it's going to be approved. And in Centene's case, disapproving the most, 94% of the time, that thing's going to be overturned on appeal.
All right, let's learn how to appeal on the first two levels of 5 levels of appeal for Medicare. And so I'm going to explain this nice and easily because it is not that big of a hurdle for you folks that are getting these decision letters and denied claims. So let's take a look. So this is AARP's how to appeal Medicare claims, and I'm just going to go over the first two levels. The first level is going to be where you are taking it into your own hands and sending out information on appealing that claim. So, in order to know what you're appealing, if you have original Medicare, you can go to the login feature and go to or type in mymedicare.gov and log in. And you can log in and see what's called a Medicare summary notice. It looks like this, or it's electronically filed, so you can actually see the digital version as an EMSN for your Medicare Part A and B claims. All right. So if you use your red, white, and blue Medicare card, then you're looking at these claims. But for the folks that we're talking about, that Chris is talking about, he's talking about Medicare Advantage. And Medicare Advantage, they typically send what's called an explanation of benefits letter or a decision letter for your prior authorization that you're trying to get approved for your medical services supplies for or durable medical equipment. So if you're getting a decision letter and it's being denied or having a denied claim or what have you, and you want to appeal, then the first level of appeal is where you want to take it in your own hands, circle the claim, and then write an explanation why you disagree on the claim being denied. Again, if you want to look at the actual Medicare coverage laws that Medicare and these Medicare health plans are supposed to abide by, then you can go to medicareappeals.com/laws and regulations, and the actual company is called Maximus. They're actually handle the second level, which I'll talk about in a second here. But you can actually look at the Medicare coverages and laws and determinations yourself if you so choose. Now, if you want help along the way, this is what you're going to do. So after you figure out that you have a denied claim, you want to appeal it, and you can call 1-800-Medicare late at night, which is the time to call them, the least busiest time to call them, and say agent, agent during the voice prompt a few times, and that will send you to a live person to talk to about filling out what's called a Medicare redetermination request form. And so let's take a look at that right here. And this is what it looks like right here. This is the first level of appeal for Medicare, for your Medicare denied claim. And you'll just fill this out, right? So fill it out. And after you fill it out, then you'll obviously send it in. You can mail it, but typically within 60 days of receiving your request, your Medicare will be, they'll determine whether it's approved or denied. And that's the first level. That's literally all you need to do is fill out this one-page form as the first level appeal. And as Chris said, there's companies out there that have a higher denial rate turnover, which means that if you do the first level of appeal, then you have a high likelihood of having that denied claim approved, and the insurance coverage that you have will kick in to start paying out its fair share of that claim. All right, so that is the first level. And so from here, if you get a Oh, sorry. Let me open that up here, guys. If you get a denial of the first level, then you'll just go to the second level. So here's the second level right here, and that is called a reconsideration, and it can only be done by a qualified independent contractor. And as I showed you before, Maximus is the only qualified independent contractor. Where'd you go here? Qualified. Yeah. And Maximus is the one that will be able to help on appeals for Medicare Advantage on the second level. So I will say this is when it starts being taken out of your hands and being affecting the either the Medicare health plan or the provider helping you to appeal that prior authorization. So Maximus does not accept appeals sent to them directly from the Medicare health plan enrollee, especially for managed care appeals, which is a type of Medicare Advantage plan. Okay, so from here, let's go second level, and it can only be done by Maximus, which is the qualified independent contractor. And then this is what happens. So the contractor will review your written request, including your explanation of why you disagree on the level one decision. Information you submit at level one will be sent to the contractor to review, and you can also send additional information that may help your case. So, the doctor making it medically necessary. A note from your doctor would help. And then from here, when to expect a ruling. So expect in writing about 60 days after the independent contractor gets your appeal request. And so, again, this is where it's taken out of your hands a little bit more, and it's going to be put into QIC, which is Maximus. And Maximus will actually attach the statute or law that is associated with your claim, stating why it was denied, or maybe if if it's approved, obviously, then they'll also cite that statute or law on for the CMS regulation. So again, this is the first two levels of how to appeal. Again, it's super easy. Like Chris said, if you're getting denied, why not do the first level? And the first level is so easy because it's literally a one-page Medicare redetermination request form that you need to send in. And from there, it's going to be elevated to the second level if you are being denied and want to keep pursuing the denied appeal. And there's 5 levels. So the first one is super important. The second one is done by QIC, which is Maximus, the qualified independent contractor. And if you can't get through those two, then obviously it gets elevated from there, and you might have to seek legal counsel. So I hope this video has helped you guys in knowing how to fill out a Medicare redetermination request form, sending it uh, to CMS, and making sure that you are able to know how to do an appeal for your Medicare Advantage plan or original Medicare Part A and B, and knowing that it's not a hurdle, it's actually a process that is fairly common for the Medicare beneficiaries out there. So take care, God bless. If you need help with Medicare coverages like Medicare Advantage plans, Medicare supplement plans, or Part D drug plans. We are taking new members now, and please don't hesitate to call our office to go through our fast track, so that way we can intake you and before the busy season starts at the end of the year. So please make sure to reach out to us if we can be of service to you on your Medicare journey.